I'm not a comic, or I'd be able to just do this off the top of my head. It's just stuff from the book, and I'll just rant and rant and rant for a minute, and without hesitation, deviation, repetition, and then I'll introduce the first act. So charity appeals masquerading as surveys. They don't want to know what we think, they just want our money. On Countdown, the continued presence of the guest personality comes up with words when it's obvious they're being fed them from the gallery. Any TV programme with house in the title, especially House. Local regional theatre, your all-star cast is headed up by Emma Dales. Ads for movies that say, Colin Farrell is Alexander the Great. No, he's not, he's Colin Farrell. 5-a-day coordinators, let them eat cake. Products that boast expensive ingredients when those ingredients make up about 2% of the total content. Lloyd Grossman, he does that with that spaghetti sauce, and it's, I insist on, I can't do this, on olive oil. And it turns out there's more sunflower oil than olive oil in the product. Being told that there's some personal ones in here as well. I'm always told that I bite my nails badly. Well, I think you'll agree I bite my nails very well. It's true. The expression, it's not rocket science, what if it is? The expression, fair play to. Hey, fair play to. So I know where that came from. The word hello used to mean, excuse me, nude charity calendars. No cause is worth being exposed to a 60-year-old woman's droopy tits. The euphemism gentle comedy used to describe mirthless programs like Keeping Up Appearances, Last of the Summer Wine. People saying that a record sounds as good or fresh as the day it was recorded. DVD extras, we just feel guilty for not watching them. Any man who says it's from the heart, he's trying to get laid. Jordan and Pete, I've just written down, weren't two enormously useless tits enough for her. Low-calorie salad dressings. Enemies from our school days who are richer and more successful than us. Friends from our school days who are richer and more successful than us. Restaurants that fill Heinz tomato ketchup bottles with a cheap and nasty generic brand. Junk mail that disguises itself as proper mail. Private and confidential. This requires your immediate attention. No, it's not. No, it doesn't. Slim women in TV ads moaning about feeling bloated. Oh dear, how sad. Never mind. Pubs offering home-cooked food. We can get that at home. We go out for professionally cooked food. The use of the word comforted to describe what Celebrity A is doing to Celebrity B, who's just split up from Celebrity C. Proms and yearbooks in British secondary schools. Places calling themselves the Venice of the North, or the East, or the West. You'll note that Venice doesn't call itself the Birmingham of the South. The televised audition round of shows like Britain's Got Talent is kicking cripples. Ex-celebrities doing satellite TV commercials for wrinkly pension plans, complete with grisly references to those final expenses. Hidden tracks on albums, always unnecessary. Bonus tracks on albums, always awful. BlackBerry owners who can't stop talking about how much they love their Blackberries. American films which use a white person being friendly to a black person as shorthand for the former being a decent person. Van Morrison, there's some personal ones in here as well. The voice of an angel, the manners of a pig, and I speak from a bitter experience. Companies that keep you hanging on the telephone while telling you your call is important to them. Hugh Laurie, take the Prozac and stop me so bleeding miserable, you wealthy, multi-talented, depressive bore. British people employing the Australian inflection so that every sentence sounds like it's a question. Doubly worse when done by a girl who's been to Sydney for a week and claims that she can't help it. People nagging me to go on fun runs. I mean, look at me. Do I look like a fun runner? The use of the word London in London Gatwick, London Stansted, London Luton. And the worst example I've found is a cruise thing, London Harwich, which has got to be 100 miles away. Men wearing earrings, unless they're pirates or gypsies. Sorry if there's anyone who's not one of those. People who invoke Nazi Germany in arguments. I think we should ban fox hunting. Oh, do you? Well, that's what they did in Nazi Germany. Websites that inhibit your back button, where you can't go back. And happens on porn sites, I believe. The Notting Hill set, tossers. The Primrose Hill set, useless tossers. People who say fact at the end of their sentence, that automatically proves them right. Bob Geldof singing I Don't Like Mondays, i.e. a medley of his hit, at charity concerts. People who still think it's funny to do Austin Powers impersonations, 2 words, behave. Internet angst, the very real fear we might not have found the rock bottom price for a flight or a book or a ticket. Chuggers, fair trade products, does that mean all the other products are unfair trade? The expression loved up, as in Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher are loved up. Other people's speed camera stories, yeah. Charities that send us free pens in a bid to make us feel obligated to them and then feeling guilty about them. Complimentary therapists who've done less than 3 years training. So basically anything that, with all these things, and this is the last one I'll do on this stretch. I don't know if you notice, but how useful they are is in inverse proportion, or in direct proportion rather, to how long people have trained to do them. So you go and see an osteopath who's trained for 7 years. It works. You go and see a bird who's done a week on a correspondence course in aromatherapy. It's not going to work, you know. So that's the end of that one. Anyway, oh, please don't clap. It's embarrassing. Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that.